In the spotlight of 1951 New York, a revolution unfolds in silence. A graceful figure emerges on the Metropolitan Opera stage, her movements defying not just gravity, but centuries of racial barriers. This is Janet Collins, and her very presence in this hallowed hall marks a seismic shift in American cultural history. Born in New Orleans in 1917, Janet Collins entered a world that had already decided her limitations. But destiny had other plans for this extraordinary woman, whose determination would ultimately reshape the landscape of classical dance. As a child in Los Angeles, she moved with an innate elegance that turned heads and raised eyebrows. Her talent wasn't just obvious, it was undeniable. At 13, Collins received an offer that would have broken lesser spirits. The prestigious Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo extended an invitation, but with a crushing condition. She would have to paint her skin white to perform. Collins didn't hesitate. She declined. This moment of dignity would define her career. She would succeed on her own terms or not at all. The young dancer forged her path through the dance world with a combination of raw talent and steely resolve. She studied with luminaries like Carmelita Marachi, who recognized in Collins something extraordinary. While segregation closed doors, Collins' artistry kept opening windows. She performed in vaudeville shows, taught dance, and choreographed her own pieces. Each performance a quiet rebellion against the status quo. In 1949, Collins staged a solo recital at the 92nd Street Y in New York City. The performance sent shockwaves through the dance world. Here was a dancer who combined classical precision with modern expression, her movements telling stories of both struggle and triumph. The critics couldn't ignore her brilliance. The New York Times declared her dancing had a spirit that soars. Then came 1951, the year that would etch Janet Collins' name in history. The Metropolitan Opera House, a bastion of classical arts that had never featured a black artist in its ballet company, made an unprecedented decision. They offered Collins the position of Prima Ballerina. When she stepped onto that stage, she didn't just dance, she shattered a ceiling that had stood for generations. Collins's performances at the Met were more than art, they were acts of cultural revolution. Each arabesque, each gravity-defying leap carried the weight of history. She appeared in productions like Aida and Carmen, her presence transforming these classic works into statements of possibility. For 4 groundbreaking years, she danced leading roles, each performance a testament to excellence, trumping prejudice. But Collins's influence extended far beyond the stage. Young dancers of color who had been told their dreams were impossible suddenly saw a path forward. Among them was a young Raven Wilkinson, who would later become the first African-American woman to dance with a major ballet company on contract. Even the legendary Arthur Mitchell, founder of the Dance Theater of Harlem, cited Collins as an inspiration. In class, Collins was known for saying, "You dance from the inside out, not the outside in." This philosophy informed not just her technique, but her entire approach to breaking barriers. She didn't just perform steps, she expressed truth through movement. Her choreography often incorporated themes of spirituality and human dignity, creating works that spoke to universal experiences while celebrating Black culture. The price of being first was steep. Collins faced discrimination, hostile audiences, and the constant pressure of representing an entire race. Yet, she maintained her grace, her dignity, and most importantly, her artistic integrity. She once remarked, "I wanted to dance, and I danced. Where I could not dance, I taught. Where I could not teach, I choreographed. But always, I danced in my heart." As the years passed, Collins's legacy only grew stronger. She received the Katherine Dunham Award for her contributions to dance, and the Actors Equity Association honored her with a Lifetime Achievement Award. But perhaps her greatest achievement was the door she left open, a door through which generations of dancers would follow. Today, when we see diverse faces in classical ballet companies worldwide, we're witnessing the fruition of Janet Collins's dream. Her revolution wasn't fought with weapons, but with pointed toes and perfect pirouettes. She proved that art, when wielded with passion and purpose, could change the world. In the end, Janet Collins was more than a dancer. She was a warrior in silk shoes, a revolutionary in a tutu. Her weapon was beauty, her battlefield the stage, and her victory changed American culture forever. As we watch today's generation of dancers soar across stages worldwide, we're seeing the echoes of that quiet revolution that began in 1951, when one woman dared to dance her truth on one of the world's most prestigious stages.